Hi babes, welcome. So this is exciting. We are about to relax her hair. If you're going to be triggered or you get really offended by people who retouch their hair, please just leave this. I understand. I know relaxer is not the best option, but some of us still choose to relax our hair to retouch her hair. If you're interested in seeing how I do it, then let's start. I will be using 1.5 pack of olive vital relaxer. Later on in the video you're going to see me show the carton, like the pack of the relaxer, so you can see for sure in case you're wondering. And guys, I have been trying to inform myself on how to relax hair the best way, so these are just some steps I have changed over the years. You know how after retouching your hair and washing it off, the back of the ear just tends to be really dried out by the relaxer or just the process of washing. So I always make sure I use grease. This is Soulmate hair cream, very popular one in Nigeria. I use it to apply around the edges. Just any thick hair grease will serve. And then when her hair was very short, right, she applied relaxer, but from the back part you can see that the relaxed part has broken off, and we have just a little bit of it at the beginning, at the top of her head. You can see those short few relaxed hair remaining. So this is like a virgin relaxer, even though she relaxed her hair when she cut it down. So I go ahead and section it into 4. Make sure to detangle. I have had clients who will come into the salon with matted hair and say, well, I didn't bother combing it because I was going to retouch it. Just comb it when you have the relaxer so that it's not going to pain me. Newsflash: if you comb your hair with relaxer when it's matted, you're just yanking off big chunks of hair. That is the recipe to just finish your hairstyle, finish your hair. Okay, what I do is I apply relaxer to the perimeter of my sections. I usually use 3 or 4 sections depending on how the hair density is or just how it's going to be. And then I apply relaxer to the perimeters of all the sections, so that everybody gets something when we're still starting. You understand? I want everybody to get something. And number 2, when I go back to make these smaller sections, the relaxers I applied at the perimeter of the hair makes the sectioning a little bit easier because the hair at the perimeter is already softer. Before I get to this front one to make these smaller sections, the soft one are still relaxing a little bit, so it's going to be easier to make those smaller sections. If you're not getting what I am saying when you're in the process and you do it this way, then you'll be like, oh, okay, that's what she means. So I just open the hair and apply the relaxer. Guys, look very well. I am trying to avoid her scalp. This is also how I retouch hair. I started doing this when there are some people that when you start applying relaxer to their hair and you're still like in the back sections and they start dancing, oh my god, it's hurting, it's hurting, it's hurting, it's burning. So to avoid this and make it safer for the scalp, I try to avoid this. I switched over to this comb because I had more control over the brush that was supposed to be an applicator. So I apply it. You see this other section, I have retouched hair at the tip of her hair, so I am kind of a little bit careful at this beginning point not to relax that small relaxed hair that is already there. Something else I do, if this hair were not to be like a almost virgin hair, I would apply that grease on the previously relaxed part of the hair. You can tell the difference from the tightness of the coils, right? So I would apply grease to the perimeter of the hair and also to the previously relaxed hair. So that even if relaxer gets on it, because it will get on it, it's going to form like a barrier between the relaxer and the person's hair. So I just make small sections. At this point, I have not pressed the relaxer down, so it has not touched her scalp yet. But now when I am done, I can now press everything down. Remember, the flatness of the when the hair is smooth out, it makes it relax better. So when you can flatten it out, it's going to help you stretch out. It gives better results in my opinion from what I have observed. So now that I have straightened out the hair, I can feel lumps in between like these sections, so I can tell the relaxer have not gotten to every part of the hair yet, because when you saw the sectioning part, I was not it's not as if I was making 20 sections in each of these small sections to apply the relaxer. So those parts that were skipped don't have relaxer on them yet. So doing this, I'm not really focused on trying to comb. Okay, because I'm applying relaxer to almost the whole length of her hair, I can comb it to this extent, right? So I'm just trying to get rid of those sections that don't have relaxer on them yet. Those bumps, you can feel it with your hands. So once there is relaxer, you feel everything there is wet, right? So I just pull the hair with the comb and push the relaxer inside, flatten it out. That way it is going to get to every single strand on her hair. And when everything is flat, I can feel it with my hand, and I will now proceed to start applying the relaxer to the perimeter of her hair. But we've not combed out this last one. I'm just like comb I'm trying to like pull the hair with the comb and then flatten it out. um so for the bigger sections, I noticed that there had been times in the past when I would finish doing this and notice that the relaxer still did not get to the middle of these bigger sections. So I go ahead and part the bigger sections in two and flatten it out into two different sections again. After doing that, it is time to apply to the perimeter of the hair, because this part hurts the fastest because it is the cleanest and might have been wet from sweat and shower time. So I apply the relaxer last to this part, making sure to get all the baby hairs and trying not to relax her ears. So I will do this all the way around, and when I have gone round, then I would again come back with the comb and like comb the edges, comb it to push it down. Like I comb it, pull it up and push it to lie down flat. Everything, I'm just trying to get the hair to lie flat so that it will be relaxed as flat as it lies. That explanation doesn't really make 100% sense, but yeah, that is what I have noticed works. So after doing that, we are pretty good to go. Like you can just leave the hair here and complete the required time on the box for the relaxer, both application and waiting time. But just to be sure, at this point everything was soft and flat, and we are ready. So to wash her hair, there is a neutralizing shampoo that comes with the relaxer box, but every time I relax, I must use neutralizing shampoo. So I'm just making sure the middle of each of these sections is also laying flat. Like if your sections are big, depending on the size of the person's head you're working on, even if you have 4 sections, I have noticed sometimes that the middle of the bigger sections, in short, even if all your sections are equal, you have to be careful with the middle of those sections, because most times they do not get relaxed. You know, when you flatten and hold into like a small ponytail, right? That middle section where all the hair bunches up, just underneath it is usually deprived of relaxer. So that's what I am going back to check and make sure that the middle of my 4 ponytails have not been cheated. After that, I can just leave the hair, flatten the edges again, and I can now leave the hair to, but I think it's almost time. Her hair is already relaxed. This is what we had left from 1.5 pack of this relaxer. So I'm going to open it and you'll see this is the neutralizing shampoo. It comes with a conditioner too, which is, I think, a leave-in conditioner, but I used it. And previously this used to have like smaller bottles of like about 4 smaller bottles of neutralizing shampoo, but they changed the technique. We're not complaining, it's still fine. So time to wash her hair. So something to keep in mind while washing relaxer off hair. First of all, I've already mentioned that you need to use a neutralizing shampoo. Apart from neutralizing the relaxer, it has like a color indication that can let you know when there is still relaxer in the hair. So when there is relaxer in the hair, the lather from the shampoo when washing the hair is pink, and when you are done washing up the relaxers, the lather turns white. So if you're not sure, wash again. So what I do is I rinse off the relaxer almost completely. Like I try to rinse the hair so well that all the relaxer is gone. Sometimes you think you're done, especially when the hair is lying flat like this, right? But when I rub my hand on one spot, trying to like press my fingers down the scalp, you see relaxer coming out of the, like white relaxer coming out again. So you have to really take your time. So after washing off the relaxer, this is why this lather, like the lather from this hair, is not like crazily pink, only because I rinsed out the relaxer a lot. But you're still going to see it turn pink. I am going to scoop it up and show you if you can already see that the lather is kind of pink. Hold on, see. Can you see that? Sorry for the lighting, but yeah, the lather is pink. It's not going to be pink for long because I rinsed the hell out of this hair. So I am going to wash and rinse and wash and rinse and wash again and rinse. Like keep repeating until you are like, if you're not sure, wash again. If you are not sure, wash again. It is leaving off any part of relaxer you can physically see. We already have the effect in our hair. We don't want to physically see it again. So I apply another one and wash, and the foam keeps getting lighter, like more foamy. I don't know how to explain it. It becomes less like ice cream when the hair is becoming like, the lather is different, and then the color is pure white and it foams a lot more easily the closer you get to washing off all of the relaxer. That's how it tends to move, right? So just wash and rinse, wash and rinse. Do not forget, like in front of the ears, the side bone and side jazz, that area, don't forget that area. Don't forget to wash behind the ears. Don't forget the nape of the neck. And then when I am done and everything looks clean, the last shampoo is going to be dedicated to the strands of the hair. Many people tend to forget this, so I would gently and carefully try not to tangle the hair, massage the length of the hair. So you see the way I pinch and like I hold it and massage it. What do they make like that? Oh, this video is fast. But you see this, I focus on the strands. Sometimes you'll be done washing the hair and the lather is white. Then when you go to focus solely on the strands, you will see it turn pink for a while before it turns white. That means there was relaxer left there, and if you leave the relaxer there, it is going to keep processing that hair, which is going to cause breakage over time. So try to remember to wash like the full length of the hair, because even if you don't apply relaxer to the previously relaxed hair, while in the process relaxer is going to get there. While washing, you most likely focus on the scalp, but please just know that there are lots of relaxer on the length of the hair. So even though while washing the hair we are washing it off, I like to take one wash and focus on the strands of the hair. So we are done with that. I just apply conditioner. After massaging the conditioner into the hair, see, I recently saw this thing on TikTok where people try to apply conditioner only to the strands of their hair and not to the scalp, because they say it causes build-up. Previously I would massage the conditioner into the scalp because I feel like it was like cooling or conditioning the scalp too, but I'm beginning to just try what I see on TikTok, because I think I kind of understand the build-up part of it. Having like a conditioner that is not going to seep into your scalp. You don't need it to, I don't know, it's better to use something else for your scalp, and then this conditioner that is not leave-in conditioner, use it only for your hair, the strands of your hair. So I don't focus on like massaging it into the scalp. I just massage it into the hair without trying to consciously massage it into the scalp, if I can just say that. And then when I am done, you're supposed to comb the hair when you have relaxer on it, but this hair is there's no single tangle in it. Number one, because the hair is short and I detangled properly before relaxing. Her hair is short, that's just the reason why her hair is short. So I couldn't feel any tangles, any. You should actually comb it because that's going to even help distribute the conditioner better on the hair. But sincerely, I didn't bring in comb into the washing room and I felt I can get away with it. So when I was done, when drying the hair, I don't scrub. No, I kind of pat. I'm not like washing those holding this type of bathing type of movement washing. No. And then we allowed the hair to air dry, conditioned it. We just use the leave-in conditioner, and guys, I do not advise this, but we braided her hair the same day. I will actually ask my clients to go home, rest, come back for a wash, treatment, and then before braiding. But we're in a hurry. We let the hair air dried, and then I made knotless braid on her. She wanted very lightweight hair. She wanted to be able to pack it very easily with one hand, and I checked to make sure she could do that. So I used just one pack of expression braiding hair. I cut it into 3. If you want to watch the video of how I made the knotless braid, it is already up on my channel, or it will be linked at the end of this one, or just check my channel. Thank you so much, and I hope you learned 1 or 2 things from here. Bye.